Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. He told me this will be one of the biggest tests all year. Of course, they want to establish their dominance, SEC over the ACC, but he's going to need the crowd noise to do it. Confusion at the line of scrimmage when the offense has the ball. He said, I want our fans amped and ready to impact this game. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Guys?
Okay, Holly. The Hurricanes ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to the well. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pressure coming. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's try.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And the Hurricanes line it up with a first and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here's Mensah to throw. He's got him. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Oh, they're after him. He's knocked down, short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's third down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no, no, no. You're not getting this first down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing it.
Caught. He gets it in. Touchdown, Miami.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on fourth down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get those goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of the field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's got it again. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Underwood makes a catch, and it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To the air. It's Underwood. Hauls it in. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. There's a little room there. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
He'll bring it out. It's Cotton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Vikings offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Throwing, Mensah. Pulls it in. It's Fletcher. At the 35, he's got room. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's caught, and he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down in the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Makes the grab. It's Fletcher. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him. Throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the grab. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a...
He's got it! They will score! Touchdown, Canes!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. On the run, it's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Underwood. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
Man, I love love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
How about that athleticism by the tight end, stretching out and diving to haul that pass in. Great play.
And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Here's Underwood to throw. Ryan's his big tight end. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown Hurricanes. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback will keep it. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lyle. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense breaks into the open. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about it.
Pulls it in. It's Fletcher. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to make the tackle.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Canes have their offense in high gear. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. He'll get rid of it. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Making side adjustments here. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
That's the way you answer your halftime speech. You gave up a lot of points in that first half. What did the defense do in the first possession? You set the tone in the second half. Get the big stop, get the big sack. Really nice answer by this defense.
They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Going with the counter play here. And they're able to get him down.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Underwood. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
And we've seen this offense, man, that they've featured the running game, and he's done a good job of making plays, breaking tackles, being a big part of it. Now, what do? Try to slide this in here, make it look like a little bit of run, slow down those linemen that go upfield really fast, slip it to him, try to make a big play. But to me, it's more about just trying to give this guy the ball in space so he can do more damage.
We've reached the break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. All right, let's extend to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Finding maybe a crease. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
The Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Throwing, Underwood. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Ready, set.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. That's just inexcusable. A delay of game penalty there, and now it is second and 1.5 miles. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. They'll bring him down at the 14.
Good game, Nick. Yes, sir. It's the U in this motherfucker.
One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Buckeyes headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. Coming out with it, it's Porter. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Ready to fire from the pistol. Handoff to the single running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Carr. Snagged in the middle. It's Flanagan. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. And when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Quickly complete. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Finds the tight end. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue.
There's a crease. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
Powers through the defender. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Caught by Williams on the left. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
As so many offensive coordinators script those first 10 to 15 plays. Well, his has been gold. Great first drive, moving the ball down the field, now set up to punch it in. A 1st and goal situation. Opening drive masterpiece.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Throwing, Carr. Got his man. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. He'll pull it down. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. They're going to ride this running back.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Lined up in the gun on third down. Say it. Snagged out of the air. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Saying to throw for it on fourth. Escapes the pressure to his right. They got him. That's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy, but he's got a head of steam. Boy, he is hard to bring down.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Notre Dame right back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Carr. It's complete to the left. Timeout signal forward by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Carr. Fires quickly. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right.
Has it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Carr to throw. Touchdown! Fighting Irish! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for space, it's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Fires to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on 3rd down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Irish! The defense putting points on.
I'll take that win, dog. P6, goddammit. Let's go. P6 to win the game. Watch the play with me.
Michigan Stadium. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Canes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here's Underwood to throw. It's complete on the right side.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Shoots it to the left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. On the run, fires downfield. Got a man. It's Marsh. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there,
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We got to rattle him. We got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Punt is on its way. Hauls it in, looking for space. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. This crowd, full throat, spreading for a yard out to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Finds his man. It's Fletcher. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get it through the air. On target. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
Got it. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Mensah. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Makes the catch. There he goes. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Here's Mensah to throw. Touchdown, Miami! He got it right inside the pylon.
And Reese, this is the part of the field where the tight ends become such a big part, right? The big size. I'm going to isolate these guys, find a way to get good matchups. You could tell they did it there, and the result, 6 points.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Underwood. Got his man. Runs through the tackle. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles.
Might have a chance. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The give on the counter. At the 35, he's open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Throwing, Underwood. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Using his legs, it's Marshall. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's Underwood to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Owens. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play, it didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Makes the grab, it's Buchanan. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
The counter play is a great play to mix in, because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
Buys a little time. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Moving out to the right. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, Mensah. Got his man on the right. Finds a crease at the 20. He's loose. He's inside the 40. The 20. To the house. Touchdown, Canes.
How about the aggressive play call backed up near your own end zone? Your quarterback drops back in the end zone. If he gets tackled, it's a safety, but it pays off. The defense is a little too aggressive, takes the big shot down the field, and he walks in for a 98-yard touchdown pass.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage.
What? Did he quit? Bro, what the fuck happened, bro? I hope that nigga quit, bro, because I ain't no fucking way I lost that game, bro. I was up by 2 touchdowns. That was crazy, though. That pick in, I had a touchdown all the way from the back end zone. I'm make sure I recorded that. Yep, I did. You continue. Oh, actually, you see something.
Yeah, very responsive. So cool.
Nigga, they had Chinese tattoos, nigga.